Welcome back here into CC Dunlap Fieldhouse as we are just moments away from tip-off between the Mountaineers and the Mavericks of NOC-Tonkawa. First game of conference play, and it is getting ready to begin here. Zach Smith, my partner, Cade Reed, happy to have you with us as the starters are being announced. We'll go ahead and announce them for you. First, for the visiting Mavericks of NOC-Tonkawa, underneath Greg Krause in his second season. Forward, Emma Roberts starts us off. Alana Williams alongside Natalie Walker, Marta Perez, and the freshman standout Layla Washington. For the Mountaineers, under first-year head coach Nathan Bean, they look like this. Sophomore forward Kayla Barnett leads us off, started by Lila Gregg, Braylee Houseman, Lily Anderson, and Phoebe Finch. Lila getting her first start here in quite a while for this Mountaineers squad. Riley Andrews, the only player on the bench for Coach Bean tonight. Tristan Napier out with an illness coming into this game. The Mountaineers in their blue uniforms, blue tops, blue bottoms, white or gray accents down the sides. As for the Mavericks of NOC-Tonkawa, it is black uniforms with red accents around the top and sleeves, red stripes down the side. It's going to be Tonkawa that leads off possession, and here they come quickly. This is Marta Perez Souza, who's going to lay it up and in cleanly for the first point of the day.
Yeah, Marta Perez has been a beast on the interior since she came to Tonkawa. She's somebody who can score on the inside with ease.
Here's a pass to that far side. This is Lila Gregg up on that wing, getting defended by one of several freshmen on this team. As we talked about in that pregame, 10 of them. We're going to see just how much Coach Bean can wear down on this team. Lily Anderson for three, no good. Rims off the back iron and gets picked up cleanly by Tonkawa. Here's a quick pull-up jumper. That was freshman Layla Washington. She's not able to put it down, but you want to talk about a player. It all starts here with Layla Washington, the freshman standing at 5'10", coming into tonight. She has been phenomenal, scored 20 points 4+ times this season, has scored in double figures in all but 2 games as the Mountaineers knock down a three. A three in response is good. That's Marta Perez with her second made bucket of the night. It is 5-3 in favor of NOC.
And Eastern has been very reliant on the three ball all season long. They've taken 2 shots, both of them threes thus far.
A top 50 team in the nation in three-point attempts, but you and I talked about it, Cade. It's getting those threes into the bottom of the bucket as it's Kayla Barnett who's going to be fouled. That's going to be called on Marta Perez. That's her first.
Yeah, and Perez has had some issues with the foul trouble throughout this year. She's fouled out 3 different games this season.
Kayla Barnett, another one of these big scorers here for the Mountaineers, taking her first free throw attempt of the night. Coming in, Kayla, 42.9%. That free throw percentage has gone nothing but up over the last few games. 5-3 in favor of the Mavericks. Second shot by Barnett is good. She splits the pair, brings us back to a 1-point game. 8:30 to go here, quarter number 1. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season. They will meet again much later. That next matchup, February the 6th at Tonkawa. Marta Perez trying to drive her way up the lane on that left side, but good hands by Lila Gregg to force the jump ball. Mountaineers basketball, courtesy of the possession arrow.
And Lila Gregg has been great defensively all season long. She's done a really good job having quick hands and getting into the dribbling lanes.
Here's Kayla Barnett trying to find her teammate running up the side, instead just misses the head of one of the Mavericks on the bench. It's a turnover here for Eastern. That has been something that's been pretty common here for the Mountaineers this season, coming in averaging about 22 turnovers per game, something that Coach Bean's certainly going to want to improve upon. That shot by Alana Williams. She drove the baseline, able to lay it in. 3-point game in favor of the Mavericks here, quarter number 1, 7-4, as Eastern works right to left. Barnett up top. Good handoff to Lila Gregg over there near the out-of-bounds border. Pass to Braylee Houseman. Free throw line. Out to Gregg. Fakes the 3. Trying to drive her way in. Back to Braylee. Houseman for 3. No. Off the front iron. Rebound cleanly goes to Alana Williams. trying to drive coast to coast. It's instead a pass out. Natalie Walker on the wing, one of two sophomores on this roster at the JUCO level. Sophomores are the most veteran group you're going to see, unless, of course, you get a redshirt sophomore, which doesn't happen all that often. That shot attempt by Roberts is blocked. Mountaineer basketball. Quickly up to Lila Gregg. Gregg has typically been the first player off the bench for Coach Nathan Bean this season, but again, when she's been able to come onto the floor, been a pretty productive member, although needs to get the shooting numbers up to where her defense is.
Yeah, shooting 11% from the field and 11% from three.
Her one make this season is from three. She is 1 of 9. There's Lily Anderson. Back up top, Kayla Barnett. Bear hugs that ball, drives it in, left hand, and a foul going to be called. That's on Layla Washington. That's going to be her first, team second here in the first quarter. And already, Kate, I know it's just 2 fouls, but against 2 of the more impactful players for this Mavericks team. Here's Kayla Barnett to attempt her 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. Previous trip went 1 of 2.
And Layla Washington has generally done a good job staying out of foul trouble throughout this year. Doesn't want to get into foul trouble in the first Region 2 matchup. Barnett
splits the pair yet again. Now 2 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Back down to a 2-point game as Tonkawa looks to push pace quickly. Roberts works back up top. This is Perez. Double teamed underneath. Almost taken away by Lily Anderson, and she will get it. Goes across the timeline one-on-one. Slows her pace. And as she's double teamed in the corner, she'll get it to Kayla Barnett. Takes a deep 3, and it's a little strong off the back iron. Another jump ball called. Lila Gregg getting in there yet again to force another jump.
Yeah, that's the second tie of the game, the second one that Lila Gregg herself has forced. She's done a really good job just going after that ball and being active.
The possession arrow favored the Mavericks, so NOC will take over as they drive left to right. And a foul is going to be called as Kayla Barnett as she tried reaching in on that pass. It's trying to get that ball into the hands of Alana Williams.
And we've talked about the foul trouble for Tonkawa early on. Eastern has to stay out of foul trouble. They do not have enough bench players to really have to deal with that.
It's certainly something that they'll be happy once Tristan Napier is able to come back as Washington lays that one up and in. Her first points of the ball game makes it a 4-point game. But, you know, once you get Tristan Napier back, it allows you to be a little bit more flexible with your starting rotation if you're Coach Bean. Braylee Houseman fakes a 3, tries to dribble drive the lane. Out to Phoebe Finch, who is typically found inside the paint, one of the better rebounders inside of the conference. There's a pass out. Lily Anderson thought there was contact, no whistle. Anderson looking to drive in, wanted to travel. Barnett pull-up jumper, misses everything. It'll go out of play, and it'll stay here. 5:36 to go, quarter number 1.
And we've talked about the difference between having 6 players and having 7 players off air. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's huge for a team. So once Napier is able to return from the illness, it's going to be massive for Eastern.
Here's Walker near the free throw line. Dish out, far side corner, 3 ball, just a little bit strong off the front iron. Didn't get the bounce she wanted. That was taken in there by number 4, Alana Williams. Here's Barnett out to Houseman. Wants a 3, and she'll miss it. Hit the net. Phoebe Finch tried to keep it in, but was not able to do so. 9-5, 5:07 to go. And, you know, Kate, this brings up a whole nother set of questions for me with Riley Andrews set to make her season and career debut tonight here at Eastern. Coach Bean usually has his rotational sixth man, and at this point in time, how long do you think it is until Coach Bean brings her in?
I mean, he might just wait until a second foul gets called on somebody, and so far Eastern's done a good job. Only 1 foul on the entire team.
Lila Gregg finds Lily Anderson for a wide open 3, and she'll hit it. Lily Anderson, this is a player who has been waiting to hit that big 3, shooting 16% from distance coming into this one. Here's Walker, drives the baseline. It'll go off the knee of a defender, and the media timeout will be called. With 4:28 to go, quarter number 1. It is NOC-Tonkawa 9, the Mountaineers 8 here on Mountaineer Radio, Mountaineer TV.